My name is Paul Barrows. I'm here representing the Texas State Jail Project, myself and my son. I'm also here to be a voice for the voiceless and stand for those who can't stand for themselves. I'm a retired federal law enforcement agent with over 28 years of service, and I'd like to bring your attention to a critical gap in our state's mental health care system and urge you to take action by funding intentional therapeutic secure facilities on a campus-style setting like NAMI's residential intermediate care model. My son, now 31, a promising young man with a bright future ahead of him, he attended Flower Mound Marcus High School and after graduation earned himself a scholarship to attend Austin College and play soccer. Shortly thereafter, he was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. This caused him to have to leave school, and he has a co-occurring disorder of anosognosia, which, as you may know, is a lack of insight. So Cody doesn't think he's sick. He doesn't believe it. For 12, 13 years now, he still does not think that he has a disease. And since his diagnosis, he's been arrested 15 times. He's been hospitalized 21 times. Most recently, he was arrested for a felony, and he waited just over a year and a half for a forensic bed to get competency restoration, only to be returned to Denton County. His total length of stay was 2.5 years for a plea hearing that the DA then decided to drop to a misdemeanor and release him to the street so that they could get a conviction. He needed long-term care. He needed a hospital. He was released 3 weeks ago. MHMR in Denton, Crisis Residential Unit, provided him with 2.5 weeks of stay. I found him a group home, and 2 days ago, he walked out of the group home. He says, "I'm not sick. I don't need to be here, Dad." So he needed a safe discharge, long-term mental health facility, therapeutic community. I know that's my time, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. Any questions? Representative Manuel?
I'm very sorry you're going through that. Really quick question. As a father, I'm a dad's boy, so I'm going to ask this. How have you seen your son change being incarcerated for longer periods of time in a facility that he does not need to be in?
Right, you're exactly right. I once had a lot more hope than I do now. Originally, if he had gotten the care that he needed, I thought that perhaps he could live with this disease. The incarcerations over 15 times for misdemeanors, in and out, we've pushed this into our criminal justice system when really it's a mental health care issue. We're asking our deputies and our police officers to interact with them, provide services that they weren't meant to provide. They're not trained to provide. I've seen his condition worsen over the years. As you can see from my pamphlet, the last picture is on the back. So you've seen him transition from this is his senior year in high school into the back, and now. Again, it's that subset of the population with anosognosia that we can't really help because they don't believe they're sick. He said, "Dad, take this insulin. You have diabetes." I said, "No, I don't." He said, "Exactly, I don't have this disease." And so because of that, it's just a revolving door, right? So for him and like those, there are many like him that are on our streets, under our bridges, they don't believe they're sick. They need a place to go instead of jail. Thank you.
And my other question is also for you is, how difficult has it been for you to be able to get services that can explain to you how to educate yourself on how to help your son, since he's not able to understand that he is having a brain health incident, or he has brain health that needs to be addressed?
Yeah, so the last 13 years have, my knowledge has increased tremendously. NAMI has helped me. The Texas State Jail Project has helped me most recently. They've educated me as to the services that are available, what all these acronyms mean. I touched on a lot of things that were mentioned earlier, and it seems like there's so much to learn that people, they don't know, and they need to they need the education.
So would you say it's not just help for your son or for people who are in your son's situation, but also for families to understand how better to educate themselves to not, one, exacerbate the situation, and another instance on how to best help them without there being, fatigue?
Yes, well said. There is so much to know, and I didn't realize how uneducated I was about the problem. And getting that information is so critical to help your loved one manage this as best as possible.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thanks.